How we doing? Andrew Jupe, VSN Tallahassee. Thanks for coming up for a little Varsity Sports Network rewind. Headed back to the 2019-2020 winter basketball season. On the boys' side, the Chiles Timberwolves headed down to the Maclay Marauders. A wild one. Defense, buzzer beaters. This one's got it all. Stick around and enjoy the action.
It's a battle of the north side. Andrew Jupe, James Ward bringing you the Varsity Sports Network presentation of a little Thursday night hoops. Going to be Brown and Thornton to take the jump. Thornton for Chiles. Chiles in black and maroon. Maclay in all white. Straight to the basket. It's going to be a rejection over here at the near side. And Maclay's going to start things out. Blaze Wallace with the block here as we open things up. And Maclay lost the jump ball, but on the opening possession here, of course, after the block by Brown. He's going to be one of the men to watch, including the point guard, number 3, Orel Brooks. Shot attempt by Wallace goes a little long, so it's going to be an in-down underneath the basket. We'll stay with the Marauders here, 7:31 here in quarter number 1. Service on out. It's going to be caught by RPC. It's going to be a traveling violation. Inbound here for Kenneth Green. And doing the point guard duties is LaCorey Levens, who, if you're familiar with football, you've seen him for the Chiles Timberwolves, the defensive back. Coach said he's got a little dog in him, which is natural for a football player. A fitting presence here. Green on over up top of the key, looking for some help. Throws it on over into the corner for Tajin Davis. Back on out to Levens as he tries to set up the offense. Everybody touching the ball except for the big man, Hartman. Of course, sister playing on the girls' team. She had a prolific game out here earlier today. Hartman for the triple. Straight away does not go. Davis underneath with the rebound. Putback does not go underneath. The shot attempt is blocked. Maclay gets another one, and Hartman cleans it up off the glass. Chiles, the first on the board here. 6:40 to go in quarter number 1. Little quick shot in the front court. Get him up and get him down. Good basket by Dozie Okoroji for the Maclay Marauders. 2-2 as both teams trading baskets here early. 6:25 to go in the early going. Chiles and Maclay blanking each other out. Hartman and Okoroji the basket. Steal here for Maclay. Brooks in transition. Gives it up to Okoroji off the glass and down. So he has all of Maclay's points with 4. And the Marauders with the 2-score advantage here. And that's one thing that Coach Davis of the Timberwolves said. He said, we got to watch the turnovers. You can see it there as Chiles able to get back on it. Hartman in front of the Maclay bench. Hounded by them. Swung on over to Levens here near side. He's going to be guarded by Brooks. And it's going to be a foul underneath the basket. 5:50 to go in quarter number 1. Like we said, Maclay with that 2-point advantage. Thanks to Okoroji having a pair of baskets.
Very spirited start by both teams.
Absolutely. Student section feeling over here nice. It's a steal by Levens. He's in transition. The quick speedster puts it in off the glass. And just like that, after the Levens deuce, we are back to even with 5.5 to go here in quarter number 1. Orel Brooks, the junior for the Marauders, going to bring it up over midcourt. In here, a Thursday night hoop, second half of our doubleheader. We saw the girls here earlier. This one's stolen by Levens. Look at the defense. We've seen it in football, now in basketball. Davis throws one up. That one's going to be blocked again by Robert Parker Crawford and RPC. Great defenseman, zone guard. Talk about football players. Man, we've got half the Big Ben team out here, it feels like, here, James, with Levens and Parker Crawford. Guys out here making up some big impacts at the athletes in many sports. Of course, this one fed on out and collected. Calming presence here by Davis. He's going to take it in front of the Maclay bench. Needs some help. Kicks it back out to Levens. 4:50 to go here in quarter number 1. Trying to set up the play. Picks up the pick there from Green. Looking to facilitate Hartman over on the perimeter. Dumping it down underneath. And one basket and the foul. Marvis Thornton with the conversion and will be heading for the free throw stripe. So Chiles gains the advantage.
2 Maclay defenders there.
In there, diving on the court and a quick timeout. So get him up and rolling. Gotta love a little up-tempo to keep the energy flowing. Robert Parker Crawford, number 22, as here comes Chiles, a little 1-2-2 press. This one's stolen by Thornton, spins out of the pressure. He's gonna give it to Davis, a little hang and bang off the glass, does not go. Rebound, poke free. Brooks in transition, a little 2-on-2, gives it to Parker Crawford. That conversion doesn't go, tipped up. It touched about 8 pairs of hands underneath the basket. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but at least 4 or 5. Long story short, LaCorey Levens is going to come away with it for the Chiles Timberwolves, as the 1,000-point scorer honored before the game almost had his hands on a basket there for his first points of this ball game. Swung over to the corner, triple in front of the Maclay bench, and nailed it, did Davis. First three-pointer we've seen out here this evening. Chiles going to open up a 5-point advantage. Front floor, Okoroji from deep. Heat check there. Rebound underneath by Davis, who's fresh off the triple. Going to give it out to Levens. 3:40 and count here in quarter number 1. LaCorey Levens guarded by Brooks. Hartman, he'll try this three. That one's off the mark. Robert Parker Crawford corrals the rebound for the Marauders. Over into the front court, he's going to be guarded by Kenneth Green. Pressure coming here. They're going to try to set up the play. Hartman's going to be guarding Okoroji, but he's going to make him come all the way out to the perimeter. So an open lane if they want to go for it. Maclay does underneath, trying to feed Okoroji. It's going to be a tie ball. Will stay with Maclay underneath. 3:11 to go here, quarter number 1. Getting some minutes. He's going to have his hand full underneath the basket with Hartman and Thornton for Chiles. Give underneath, and this one's going to be rejected there. Great play by Thornton. Chiles on the ball now. 3 minutes to go in quarter number 1. It's going to be a one-on-one duel. Levens, number 1. Rivers, number 1. Triple from the corner. And good looking stroke for Davis. Chiles coming out shooting. They've tripled up Maclay here. After Davis' second triple of the game, James, he's got a game-high 6. How about RPC? Going to dribble all the way around, gives it to Brooks in front of the Chiles bench. It's poke free. Thornton diving on the ground. Davis will come up with it. And his calming presence going to give it over to Hartman over here on the near side. 8-point advantage for the Timberwolves. Fed underneath Hartman. He got hung up in that defense by Maclay, and a good fight underneath. But it's going to be a foul on Evan Brown. Free throw attempt coming here. Second one does not go after Green's able to hit the first. Wild one going on over here in the corner. Bodies hitting the floor. So the inbound coming here. Fed underneath, and it's going to be rejected. Gaskins tried to get the flush there. Maclay on the break. It's Brooks, and it's off the glass. Does not go. And it'll go back to the Timberwolves. Levens once again going to corral the ball, bring it into the front court. And Brooks with the pickpocket. It's going to be a one-on-one battle. Levens tries to strip it, and Brooks cannot get the roll. Back to Levens, fed over to the corner. Odd man rush, triple from the corner, near side. Does not go for Guthrie. Rebound back to the Marauders. Robert Parker Crawford in transition. A little stop and pop from the foul line. Off the square. Can't get it to roll. And the lid is on the basket for the Marauders over on this side. Still 13-4. That 9-point advantage for Maclay.
You got to get those easy ones, those layups.
Yes, sir. 138. Trying to buy a basket are the Marauders. Going to be inbound underneath. RPC going to get us going for Maclay. 1:38 to go here in quarter number 1. Looks to the corners. Okoroji back in the ball game. They'll give it to him over in front of the Chiles bench. Swung around back to the guard Rivers. Back to Okoroji. Oh, makes him step out. Great little hesitation. And Okoroji hits another one. He's got all 6 of the Maclay points. Cuts the lead to 7. So we know who the offensive man's going to be for the Marauders here in the early going. Swung across, thought about it, did Guthrie. He'll swing it back around to Levens. Back to Guthrie in the corner. He's loosely guarded over here in the near side by Wallace. Straight away triple. Davis with a little heat check there. He's already hit 2 triples. Rebound back to the Marauders. 7-point advantage. We're going under a minute to go here in quarter number 1. A fast and furious one so far.
2-3 zone at the free throw line.
And under 50 seconds now. So trying to break it up, the old zone buster, the old adage, get to the free throw line to break up the zone. They'll go cross court, triple near side, and Maclay's got another one on the board. This time the three-pointer gonna come from Rivers, the first non-Okoroji basket for the Marauders, and they got a little 5-0 run going here, James. Baseline take, and they get caught in trouble, and the Marauders gonna turn them over. The Marauder faithful in the house here at the Maclay Dome.
Maclay turned up the defensive pressure that time down.
There you go. Gotta love a good defense. 10 seconds to go here. 4-point deficit. Marauders can hold for the last shot if they want. Ball in Okoroji's hands. Probably the man you want to have it. Gonna need a 3 attempt on here. Rivers from deep. Off the mark. On a little Thursday night hoop special. We are through 1 quarter of action. We're gonna jump out for a quick commercial break. Here.
You probably know that Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And did you also know there's a local Geico office right in your area? From cars, boats, and RVs to your sweet two-wheeled machine, our friendly insurance experts will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Give your local Geico agent a call today. Jim Smith in Tallahassee at 850-778-4000, or go by and see him at 2508 North Monroe Street. Jim Smith, your local Tallahassee Geico agent, 850-778-4000.
Maclay's reeled them back in. Couple baskets from Okoroji, and Marky Rivers with a triple. Has us back to a 4-point game. Maclay nursing a little 5-0 mini run right now. Like you said, James, thanks to the defense. Fed over here in the corner. Shantis Nixon, the defensive back for the football team for Chiles, in the game. So you got a couple DBs in for Chiles. Nixon goes against the basket, and it's a team block there. Brooks looking to get transition. Looking for Parker Crawford, and that one's going to be intercepted by Ben Holzmeyer, the junior for Chiles. Triple on the far side. Guthrie can't get it to go. Nixon rebound underneath. Thought about a little hang and bang. The turnaround doesn't go. Put back underneath the basket is good from Gaskins. And Chiles going to push it once again back out to a 6-point game. Going to be Gaskins' first bucket. Wallace now in the front court. Feet over the court. Brooks triple in front of the Chiles bench is strong. Gaskins going to come down with the rebound. And all 3 football players getting a touch there in the backcourt there, James. Gaskins on over Levens as well as Nixon. Football boys running strong here. 6:52 here. This one, entry pass stole by RPC. Transition. Brooks, Nixon trailing him. Does not go.
That's 3.
That's 3 missed layups here in the opening half for Maclay. That could come back to haunt him, but how about LaCorey Levens with the presence of mind to push it out and drop the basket? Of course, these two teams last met back on December 6th. It was a big 24-point victory for the the Chiles Timberwolves. Brooks gonna get, Rivers underneath the basket. He now has 5 in the ball game, so Maclay coming out with a good one. Nice little set play there. Get back to 6. 6:15 to go here in quarter number 2. Shantis Nixon on the ball, trying to break down Wallace. Fed on out up top. Guthrie guarded by Rivers. Back to Nixon underneath the Gaskins. And it's going to be blocked from behind, and Wallace has been really active on the defensive end. Gets the Maclay student section going. They clap and cheer, and they look over to Chiles and say, what you guys got?
Wallace with the big play there.
Absolute 5:53, swung around, everybody getting a touch. A little RPC, a little hang and bang, a scoop shot. Almost gets the miracle roll off the glass, does not go. Pressure in the backcourt from Maclay. It's 2-on-2, man-to-man here in the backcourt. Parker Crawford hounding Guthrie. He said, what you got, point guard? Guthrie able to keep possession. Does the junior. Tries to pick up a pick from Gaskins. Thought about the shot. Wallace will step out on him. Coming near side, inside, little foul. Line extended, does not go. Rebound Wallace by Maclay. 5:20 to go here in quarter number 2. Wallace going to bring it into the front court. Brooks in possession of the ball. Picks up his dribble, goes cross court. Okoroji from deep. He's got another one, James. How about a big man? He can step out. Okoroji hitting a triple. He's got a game-high 9 points. Okoroji feeling it here against Chiles. Once again, it's going to be Guthrie, guarded by Rivers. On top to Nixon, guarded by Brooks. Picked by Gaskins. Going to go in front of the bench. It's going to be Holzmeyer. He's rocking the long sleeves in here. Fed on down. Good pass to Gaskins. Trying to get underneath the basket. Rolling around is Green. And he gets blocked underneath the basket. Okorochi looking to run the offense. In transition, Rivers drawing some contacts and gets crushed there by Gaskins. Rim for Chiles. Second one good for Rivers as well. So they cut it to a 1-point game. Like we said, closest since Maclay had that 4-2 lead to start things out. Of course, it was 2-2. Over on the other side, LaCorey Levens, new substitute into the ballgame is Thomas Johnson. Will be guarding him. Poke free to Davis. Oh, man, and Levens goes for it. He thought about it and then decided to go for the deep triple. Of course, have not led in quarter number 2. Like we said, led early in quarter number 1. The first couple baskets. Here comes the new substitute, Johnson. Swung around here to Brooks. So it's Brooks, Johnson, Wallace, Brown, Parker Crawford 5 for Maclay.
2-3 zones.
Swung around to RPC. He's guarded by Davis. Brooks now with the ball. Levens poking it free. This one rattles around in front of the Chiles bench. Levens coming away with the steal to his defensive buddy. Wallace with the takeaway. Looking to get transition 3-on-1 here for Maclay. It's a 4-on-2. A Euro step with the left hand. How about Brown's finish, James? And give the Marauders the lead with 3:25 to go here from the Maclay Dome.
Great play.
Wow. Once again, defense to offense. Textbook here for the Marauders. Tried to step out here, Nixon. Gonna swing it around to Davis. Back to Nixon. Looking for Levens, the point guard. He'll pick up the pick to his left, and now Nixon's gonna go with the left hand. Little hesitation. Wallace steps out on him. Wallace gets the rebound.
Man-to-man for Maclay.
Wallace regroups. Little substitution pending. Hartman getting ready to come back into the ball game. Wallace on the ball now was going to give to Johnson. On over to Brooks. Davis was in his front pocket there for a second. He'll back off a little bit. RPC guarded by Nixon. And take underneath. Oh, look at the feed from Brooks to Wallace. Shot blocked, and he's off the glass and down. Puts it up and in. Wallace able to get his first points of the ball game. Over to the perimeter. Davis going to feed on down, putting in work with the left hand off the glass. Cannot get it to go, does Green. A little hang and bang, does not go either. Rebound to Maclay, and Jackson Brown going to come away with it. Pressure in the backcourt. Maclay able to break it. Wallace in transition. Euro step in front of Nixon, and look at the big man. The finish by the freshman is gorgeous. Maclay's up by 5. How about that, James? The little soft touch off the glass.
Soft touch. Great
I
shot.
like that. Clean living. Maclay getting rolling. Student section getting loud. Tajin Davis over in front of the Maclay bench is trying to break down Brooks. RPC coming in, trying to trap Davis, who's a great ball handler for his size. This one rattles around, does not go. Wallace with the rebound. And this man is padding the stats, James, for a Lincoln Trojan team that's rolling on both the guys and the girls' side, really. But we're back here at Maclay. A little battle of the north side. Meridian Road. Here, the Maclay School. It's going to be Odell Brooks, the junior. Maclay with a 5-point advantage, their largest of the game. RPC very content to hold on to the ball here. Coming out to guard him now is Thornton.
Man-to-man.
Little hand check. He's going to back off into the center circle. Back by midcourt. 4 years started. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 2. RPC seems very content to bleed the clock. They got a 2-man stack on either side of the foul line. RPC gets free. He's going to try to drive baseline up and under. The scoop doesn't go. Rebound underneath by Maclay. Brown somehow gets a handle on it. 47.4 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. They're going to go up top. Rivers back heels on the center circle. Swings it around to Brooks. Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Alternating dribbles from him. He's hounded by Davis. Thought about it. Back to Brooks. Look at the drive. Left hand. He sneaked it in. Can't get the conversion. Last touch by the Timberwolves. Throw on up top for RPC. Able to run that one down. Throwing on over to the corner. Brooks now with the drive, looking for the kick out, and it's going to be a traveling violation back to Chiles. They'll have 26 seconds. I don't think they want Okoroji to pick up another foul. And so that's why they're sending him to the bench here for a little substitution. And so that's why it's bringing Wallace back into the ball game. 2 team fouls from Maclay. It's on over in front. It's going to be Davis. Levens, oh my goodness, thought about that NBA range, James, that triple. Davis in front of the Maclay bench, fade away from the corner. Oh, he drags it off! And that one's going to stand. A triple was absolutely gorgeous. It was Tajin Davis. It's going to be his 3rd triple of the ball game.
He just threw that up.
And coach doesn't teach it like that, but you'll take it when that goes in. Triple from the quarter, fade away, off the glass, off the rim, back off the glass, gets it to drop, and it'll take it back to a 2-point game here at the break. But a thriller for a battle of the north side, 22-20. Maclay going to take the advantage into the break.
The engine that drives your company forward, it's your people. Their passion is the fuel that success is built from. With the right technology, they can accomplish anything. Empower them with the Ricoh MP402 SPF. Packed with innovative features, this black and white MFP is compact in size and big on value. It starts with the 10.1-inch Smart Operation Panel. Cloud solutions, apps, and shortcuts make workflows work better. Print, copy, scan, and fax, even from your smart device. Match the power of your people with a processor that's ready for any job. Get ideas across quickly with 1200 DPI image quality. Scan both sides of the document in a single pass and easily capture bound pages. Work securely and share information more conveniently. And do it all with eco-friendly tools that make working smarter simple. You're counting on your people to succeed. Give them the technology to make it happen with the MP402 SPF from Ricoh.
You probably know that Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And did you also know there's a local Geico office right in your area? From cars, boats, and RVs to your sweet 2-wheeled machine, our friendly insurance experts will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Give your local Geico agent a call today. Jim Smith in Tallahassee at 850-778-4000 or go by and see him at 2508 North Monroe Street. Jim Smith, your local Tallahassee Geico agent, 850-778-4000.
Thursday night hoops. Hear us for us on the Varsity Sports Network. Chiles will control the ball here to start quarter number 3, 7:45 and counting. Tajin Davis, who hit the triple right before halftime, will get us going once again. He's going to swing it here near side to Green. He's guarded by Wallace, fed down, and Robert Parker Crawford will poke that one free. Coming on top of it, trying to break the press of Chiles, who had 3 men in the backcourt there. Parker Crawford will look to collect things here with 7:20 to go in quarter number 3. Tries to pick up the pick. He's going to go right down Main Street, kick out to Okoroji, who was the game's leading scorer. Or he was tied with Davis, both having 9 points in the first frame of action. So just like we started half number 1, we start half number 2, James. Both teams having possession of the ball, both teams going scoreless. 7 minutes and counting now in quarter number 3. Davis to Hartman, straight away, triple, side iron does not go. Big fight underneath. Green gets the rebound, the fadeaway. Okoroji coming in to help out. It's stolen by Chiles. Hartman on the ball now. Hang and bang, and it does not go. And it's going to be a foul underneath of the basket. He wants to talk to a little RPC. Of course, being honored here, breaking the 1,000-point mark this season. 4-year starter for the Maclay Marauders. So impressive feat, and congratulations to Robert Parker Crawford. A star on many fields of sport for for the Maclay Marauders. Swung around to Okoroji. Big man with some handles. All Wallace. He's hounded. Thrown to the corner. Parker Crawford. Step back. Triple. That does not go. Kicked around underneath. Hartman on the floor for the Timberwolves. It's out of play. Swung around up top. Parker Crawford collecting things. Nice little hesitation. Runner in the lane does not go. Tumbling to the turf is Davis. Gets it out to Green behind the back dribble, but poke free by Maclay. Another turnover. This one swung around, kicked underneath, and Davis able to just kick the ball out of play. So I like the heads-up play there from Davis. High IQ, and this one's on the sideline here. So a little back and forth affair. We're still yet to get a basket here. 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and counting.
Man-to-man for Maclay.
Thrown on over in front of the Chiles bench. Last touch by Levens, says the referee. So it'll be back to the Marauders. 5:30 to go here in quarter number 3. Maclay still nursing that 2-point advantage. Thrown over here near side, swung back. Little spin move by RPC in the lane. Left-hander doesn't go. Good help defense. He had 3 Timberwolves. Getting back on D. Hartman, one of the main guys. Thrown on over the corner. Davis wants another one. He's already got 3 triples. Dumped underneath the Gaskins. Underneath the basket. He's blocked. And Wallace will collect it underneath for Maclay as we approach 5 minutes to play. Man, it is hard to get points out there tonight, James. Wallace swerving through traffic. His shot attempt. He drives at Gaskins, who's going to pick up the foul. And Rivers, the 5 for Maclay. His second free throw does not go. Maclay back up to a 3-point lead, though, after splitting him at the free throw line. Davis trying to break down Wallace. Good battle of some men with size here. Gaskins going to swing it around to Hartman. New substitute guarding him. Hartman says, give me the triple. Does not go. And Murrah, the new man into the ball game, corrals the rebound, and the lead still 3 from Maclay. RPC runs into a brick wall. Local media kind of filing in here. Good battle on the north side. Underneath the basket there, fed on underneath. Davis to Gaskins, looking for Levens. Back to Davis. New substitute in the ballgame for Chiles is Gabe Conrad, number 23. Foul underneath. Trying to cut into this 3-point Maclay lead, and does. Down to 2 as Levens hits the second half of his chip to the stripe. He's now got 8, which is tied for 3rd in the game as far as points go. Of course, Davis and Okoroji still pacing the ball game point-wise. Swung around, RPC going to give to Wallace. Looking for some help. Triple from Wallace. Steps into it. And Levens will get the rebound after the missed tray. He's guarded by Rivers. Steps out on him. Active hands on defense. Fought there by Thornton. And Levens getting the loose ball. Feds up in the middle. That one almost tipped in off the loose ball. Gaskins off the glass. And he'll tie up the ball game. Playing their ball game. And it is even pegging. 3rd quarter. 3:25 to go. 23 apiece. It has been a grinded out ball game. Defense has been superb. No free ones. And we can see right there Gaskins showing us exactly what we've seen a lot of. Levens transition, a hang and bang. Doesn't get it to go. Gaskins the rebound underneath. Gaskins now has 6. Chiles will take the lead back.
Gaskins in follow-up position.
Gaskins now with 6. Chiles with a lead for the first time since early in quarter, or about midway through quarter number 2. Brooks on the ball now as we have 2:45 to go in quarter number 3 here in the second half. Wallace stepping into it. Davis will hound him. RPC with the ball now. Okoroji on the ball. Hot first half triple. Can he keep it going? And the big man hits another one. Lead back to the Marauders, and Okoroji hits another triple, game high 12 for Doozy. Levens looking to set up the play. Has a chance of Roji coming from the student section of Maclay. Davis on the ball. Now Rivers making him pick up his dribble. Back to Levens. 2:11 on the clock here in the second quarter. Davis, a nice fake. He'll step inside the 3. And shot attempt does not go. Rebound grab by Wallace. Little outlet for Brooks. They've got a 4-on-4 break. Okoroji steps inside the triple, and you got to pick him up, James. Okoroji has been lethal. 14 for Dozie. And the junior is feeling it. 1:45 to go in quarter number 3. Maclay puts it back to a 3-point advantage. Levens, hounded by Brooks. Thought about the triple. Swung over in the corner. Long three, and they tie it back up. Big hit by Gabe Conrad, and we're back to level pegging. So just as we said, the scoring was coming to a screeching halt. All of a sudden, it is an explosion here. A couple threes, some couple big baskets. We're tied again, 28 apiece. Wallace with the ball from the free throw line. That one doesn't go. Good rebound by Thornton. Chiles with an opportunity to take the lead once again. 1:07 to go in quarter number 3. Corey Levens, right-handed dribble, little through the legs, picks up a pick from Gaskins. He's guarded by Rivers, goes at the basket, hanging back with the right hand. Shot does not go. He'll head to the free throw line. Inbound here to Brooks. Under a minute to go, 58.3 seconds. So let the ball roll in no rush to start the clock as we are once again rolling underneath here. Brooks is going to be guarded by Davis. He wants him to dribble with the left hand, James. He was really favoring the right side of his body. Davis stepping into it. Great read defensively, but the pass was low, and he had his hands there, but that one just went into his foot. So they're going to call a kickball over on the far side. Inbound Maclay in front of their own bench. It's going to be Brooks to take the inbound right in front of Coach Granger there. This one given to Wallace. 42 seconds to go in the quarter. In the corner, able to get it out to Brooks. Little prod and then kicks it around here to Rivers. Back out to Okoroji. Back to Parker Crawford. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Hounded by Davis. And he's giving him the left hand. Davis, it seems, knows the tendencies of these dribblers, and he's waiting to be beat on their offhand, James. Love the defense. Okoroji, another one. Oh, almost goes in. 15 seconds to go. Chiles with the ball. Brooks hounding Levens in the backcourt. 12 to go. 10 in quarter number 3. Over in the quarter, Thornton with 7. Picks up his dribble, in trouble. 4 to go. Diving on the floor, gets it out. Gaskins hanging, banging. Pick your poison. Either one of those guys can get tagged up with the foul there. Rattles around, doesn't go. Clock's going to expire. Not enough time to do anything with that one off the miss. So Gaskins up to 7 on the game. A good one going here from the Maclay School in the Marauder Dome. Andrew Jupe, James Ward, Varsity Sports Presentation, Thursday Night Hoops 2020. Big Bet basketball coming right on back after the break.
You probably know that Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And did you also know there's a local Geico office right in your area? From cars, boats, and RVs to your sweet two-wheeled machine, our friendly insurance experts will make sure you have the coverage you need.
Give your local Geico agent a call today. Jim Smith in Tallahassee at 850-778-4000, or go by and see him at 2508 North Monroe Street. Jim Smith, your local Tallahassee Geico agent, 850-778-4000.
Marauders and Chiles already both in double-digit victories. This is more for bragging rights. A lot of these students running into each other through all sports and competitions, and a lot of these kids living in the same neighborhoods up here on the north side. Brooks, guarded by Davis, is going to start out quarter number 4 for Maclay. Of course, Chiles still with the possession arrow. 3 team fouls for Maclay, 2 team fouls for Chiles. Brooks giving out to Parker Crawford, thought about the triple, steps inside the foul line. Brooks for 3 in front of the Maclay bench, and he'll hit it. Marauders regain the lead. Pick up a little pressure at half court. Davis, he's been dangerous from deep. It's a 22-on-22 battle here. Parker Crawford on Davis. Throwing underneath. This one tip free, going all the way back. Of course, last touch by Maclay. So Levens picks it up. Clean shot. Oh, how about Davis with the fake? And the composure. Oh, man. Davis with another big triple for the Timberwolves. He has 12. I'm liking Davis's game, James. Triple from Brooks. That one doesn't go. Okoroji underneath. Last touch by Chiles. No look pass. Parker Crawford from the free throw line off the back square does not go. Rattles around. Parker Crawford with the rebound. Kick on out to Brooks. Swing around. Okoroji. Another one.
We're on seesaw.
There we go, man. These guys are lighting it up. Okoroji and Davis got to put a hand up from downtown, James.
We're on the seesaw.
Chance of Roji coming from the Maclay student section. A drive, a little hang and bang for Levens. Does not go. Thornton rebound underneath. Maclay's defense standing strong. Levens from the free throw line. That one doesn't go. Wallace with the rebound. And Maclay with the ball. Oh, Parker Crawford gets dropped in the backcourt.
He's got a sleeve on that leg.
Yeah, you usually see the sleeve on the arm, James.
Don't normally see a sleeve on the leg.
I like it. Pretty fun, something different. 6:05 to go in quarter number 4. Parker Crawford. Chiles setting up a little 2-3 zone. Gonna hit Wallace. He's gonna drive into the bucket and gets the conversion. Maclay back up by 3. A nice deuce from Wallace. It'll give him 7 on the ball game. Okoroji up to 17, by the way. He's rolling. He leads the game in scoring. Thrown on over to Guthrie. He wants to set up a play. He's hounded by Brooks. Into the corner. Triple. That one's long. Gaskins fighting for the rebound. He will be the last man to touch it. So Maclay going to get the ball back with the 3-point advantage and 5:33 remaining in the final frame. Wallace going to inbound to Brooks. So he walks it up step by step. In tune with the referee who's counting the 10-second clock. Brooks gets it over, no problem. He's going to be guarded by Guthrie right in front of the Maclay bench.
Man to man.
He throws it on over the corner to Parker Crawford, guarded by Davis. He's looking for some help, picks up the pick, and a little hitter from inside off the left side of the free throw line. Good rebound by Wallace underneath. The Brown putback and one from Maclay. Beautiful effort there. Getting the rebound by Jackson Brown. Gets the deuce, going to the free throw line. That one doesn't go. Gaskins will get the rebound. So keep an eye on that. Good to note. Gaskins is working with 4 fouls. Here comes Guthrie, full head of steam. Gives it on out to Conrad, who's got a triple to his name, and Guthrie gives it to Gaskin. A long 2 for the big man, does not go. Wallace able to corral the rebound. Gives it into the trusty hands of Parker Crawford, who's still showing a little hitch in the giddy-up, it looks like, James. Of course, from that tumble he took with Green moments ago. Tries to get by Davis. Circling on back, gives it to Brooks. Maclay setting up a little 2x2. Swinging around to Okoroji. Wallace thought about the triple. Uses the double pick. Back to RPC. Oh, look at that pass. Okoroji going baseline. Chiles left the back door open, but luckily the missed bucket. And it will be a jump ball going back to the Timberwolves.
That was destined for a big basket.
Oh, and that might have blown the roof off over here the left-hand side. The way the Chiles student section's been fired up a little bit. Said they added 2 seconds, long story short. So 4:03, we'll get it rolling once again in the final frame. Well, our final scheduled frame of action here in the Marauder Dome at the Maclay School. Fed on over into the corner. Davis is going to go baseline drive, and he gets blocked by Wallace. Second effort by Davis does not go. Brown flying in for the rebound. He gets poked free. Levens on the ball now to Davis. Don't leave him open. And a long shot does not go. Green the rebound. On out to Levens. He wants a shot at the triple. That one's side iron. Chiles can't buy a basket. They go down to the floor. It's a traveling violation. And it's going to go back to the Timberwolves.
This one getting rowdy.
Davis to the inbound for Leon. 4-man stack on the left side of the foul line. Give over into the corner for Thornton. Back to Levens. He's hounded by Brooks. Back over in the corner to Davis. He does got another one maybe, does he? That one doesn't go. Rebound by Parker Crawford. It's a 3-on-2 break. Goes over the top for Brooks. And how about the DB getting back on defense with the break up there, James?
That was a surefire layup if he didn't get back there.
Love the breakup by Levens.
Levens with the breakup here, and that was huge.
Absolutely. So it's going to go out of play. It'll be Maclay basketball. 5-point advantage. 3:16 to go in the quarter. Brooks trying to find a fellow Marauder to get the ball to. Gets Okoroji up top. Levens hounding him. Okoroji picks up his dribble, gives it to RPC, and Guthrie is in his front left pocket, James. RPC backs off to the center circle, creates a little space here. Guthrie resuming the action all over RPC. Levens giving some help here, tried to trap him, cannot. Brooks will now go down the free throw line. They got Okoroji, the fadeaway, almost hits it. This one bounces around, and Levens is going to corral the loose ball. Every time Okoroji puts it up, I think it's going in, James. The kind of shooting night he's had here all over the court, too. This one getting going. Oh, look at Brooks with the theft. It's a 1-on-3. He's hounded by Green, and he pokes the ball free, and it's going to be a Maclay basket. So once again, the defense by Chiles saving it on the scoreboard. So it's an official timeout on the floor. A quick one coming from
Chiles with the timeout. No, I meant Maclay.
And they will take a quick break, so why don't we take one with them here. Still a 5-point game. 2:35 to go here at the Varsity Sports presentation. A little Thursday Night Hoops 2020 Big Bend basketball. From the Marauder Dome at the Maclay School. 5-point advantage to the home side. It was a 24-point ball game. 66-42 was the finals. Chiles pulled away in that game. Coach said if it wasn't for the problems that they had with turnovers, it would have been more. But Maclay giving them all they can handle and then some. The Marauders with the 5-point advantage. The defense, a major key here. And then, of course, Okoroji, 17 so far in this ball game.
Wait a second. What do we got here?
Some developments going on as the referee going over to the scorer's table. As he sets over. And we get things reset. 2:34 to go in the quarter. 5-point advantage, like we said, for the Marauders. RPC guarded by Levens. A little through the legs crossover to Brooks, trying to pick up the pick. Here comes the trap, able to break it. And it's a furious defensive effort. There's bodies all over the court for the Timberwolves. Scrambling effort defensively. Backing off is RPC. Levens hounding him. Little crossover. Guthrie picks him up on the zone switch. He's going to drive. Feed it down low to Brown. He's dispossessed, but Chiles the last one to touch it. And so they'll get the basketball back. And so Okoroji coming back into the ball game. He's got a little brace on that left hand. I don't know if that's new.
It might be new here because he left the floor.
Oh, so he might have messed up his hand or messed up his wrist, but he is rocking a brace on the left hand. Oh, I thought he was going to go for it there. He pulls off his defender, Guthrie, and the trap is fierce coming here for Chiles.
Timeout, Maclay.
Coach Granger wants to call a quick TO as this pressure is relentless. So Chiles is backing off. They got a trap going on almost everything by the sideline, James. I mean, they're pulling it out all the way out here to the...
And using the timeline and the sideline as an extra defender.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they're bringing it all the way out here to the substitution line, a.k.a. the attacking line for the volleyball court, which is about, 3 or 4 feet inside the center circle. I mean, this thing is coming all the way out. They're trying to get some easy ones on defense, and I don't blame them. The way this one's been defensively so far out here, I mean, you can see it. There's less than 2 minutes left in this game, and nobody's hit 40 points yet.
Like I said earlier, this one has not been for the scrimmage tonight.
Indeed. Most indeedly. Of course, like we said, Chiles scored 66 in their last matchup versus Maclay. Different story here tonight. Maclay scored 42. So, I mean, Maclay's right on pace to hit 42 again. The big difference is Chiles has half the points that they did back in December. Of course, that was about a month and a half to go, and inbound is back and underway here from Maclay. 5-point advantage, still 38-33. Seems like we've been ages on this scoreline. Layup does not go, and it's going to be a foul underneath. It looks like they're going to get Davis with the foul, but he was laying on the ground, and Levens just kind of rolled into him. That's a tough break for Davis there. So 6-team foul for Chiles. And a little push off.
Technical, I believe.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Who's getting the hook? Maclay's clapping, so it's on Chiles.
It's the Chiles head coach, and I'll tell you what he did. He was demonstrating what his defensive player was doing on the floor on that last foul here, and the officials did not appreciate that.
So Coach Davis is going to pick up the technical foul. And so the free throw by Okoroji, he gets the free one. First one does not go. Second one is clean. So push it up to a 6-point advantage, 39-33. And then, of course, with the technical foul, Maclay is also going to get the ball back. So with 142, it takes it from a 5-point game to a 6-point game, and it could potentially get up to a 9-point spread. So we'll see what is here to be offered as Parker Crawford going to take the inbound. And Coach Davis wants a timeout. Looks to set some things up defensively. And James, with the time limitation that he's got going on here, of course, there's not a lot of ticks to the clock left. He's got 102 ticks to the clock here going in regulation. One, he's going to try to talk to the referees, but two, they probably have to set up some kind of foul scenario. They're discussing who do we foul, who are we going after, what's the strategy, and try to set up a couple plays in advance. Maybe some shooters to try to free up, but they're trying to set the table for all of these things. Davis is going to try to win over the referees and explain his case, but the assistants are going to set up kind of everything that's got going on here. And we see some chants from the Maclay student section.
As one of the that timeout was not to set up some plays. Here, that timeout was referee. We're gonna have a little chat.
Yeah, as one of the favored members of the Maclay school gets the Terry chant going. Oh, the student section really gets loud as we get Terry coming out into the court. Of course, man of the people, longtime member of the Maclay school family. There's Terry. Always having a good time. You'll see him pop up at the all the Maclay events. And the student section loves my man Terry. And you can hear the chants. Cool to see. Good appreciation from the student staff. A local legend here at the Maclay School. Dancing over with the student section. That's what high school sports is all about, man. This one gets free. How about this set play? Brooks going to go in traffic, and he's fouled with the shot. Shot does not go, but he'll be heading to the free throw stripe. Still the 6-point advantage. 1:36 now remaining in this ball game. 96 ticks of the clock remain here in regulation. Zarrell Brooks. He has one out here tonight. Hits his second free throw. So he's up to 2, and somebody broke 40 here, James. Maclay able to hit it, stretch the lead to 7. Of course, they are in the bonus, so they will be shooting the rest of the evening.
Yes.
Substitution coming here. Rivers going to take a seat. Jackson Brown into the ballgame for the Marauders. Big free throws for Brooks. He hits them both. 3-possession game. Green in the front court, full head of steam. Oh, dumps it down to Thornton. Good pass. Good pass. And a timeout there by Coach Davis. Gets the conversion there, so it's back to a 2-possession game. 6 points is the difference. 41-35, 1:27 to go. And this is going to allow them to get another set play going here. As he's really coaching up the boys over there on the sideline. Of course, a 6-point game. They got to stop Maclay if they can. If you're the Marauders, you got to get some kind of a full court scenario. You want to get the ball in the hands of your ball handlers.
Because
you know the fouls.
You got to turn up your defense here.
No doubt. You know the fouls are going to come, and you know the pressure is going to come. So you want good free throw shooters and good ball handlers. And from what we've seen, we saw a good couple free throws from Brooks. We know he can handle the ball. Wallace also in the backcourt. Oh, and it's going to be a kickball on Chiles. It looked clean. Oh, that's a tough break for the Timberwolves. 1:26 remaining in the game now. 86 seconds. Oh, a steal by Green underneath the basket, and Davis goes up and gets fouled. And it's a dream scenario for Chiles. Almost no time comes off the clock. Davis has got to try to hit some free throws, though.
They got to get to some points here with the clock stopped.
It's going to be the second personal on Brooks. Davis, like we said, head to the free throw stripe. Settling in, good-looking stroke. Doesn't get the roll. So we're going to stay at a 6-point game. Substitution coming, Jackson Brown coming back into the ball game. And he's going to take Rivers out. So it's going to put Brooks on the block as well. Davis back at the free throw stripe, settling in. Oh, the iron unkind James. Give it underneath. Davis back with the ball, and he gets the conversion, so he makes up the two that he missed in open play. Foul from Guthrie, and they tag up Parker Crawford over in the corner. So it's a 4-point game at the moment. Of course, it'll be a 2-possession game no matter what happens at the free throw line here. 1:12 to go. It's going to be the first personal on Guthrie. Parker Crawford has yet to score. He was honored here for the 1,000-point club as he broke it in his Maclay career. And the senior
has a 0 on the point total.
Trying to get on the score sheet. Anything would be huge right now for Maclay. And it misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And fast break on over to Davis. He's going to take it, and he falls down with the pressure, and Brown steals it. Brooks in the backcourt, and they have to foul him and do. 1:01 left in the ball game. That's a tough one for Davis.
Very tough. They had the opportunity.
No doubt about it. So it's going to send Brooks to the free throw line. Same scenario we just had. Of course, 9 team fouls on Chiles. So still 1-and-1. And he hits it. Big one for Brooks. He's been clutch down the stretch. Hit his last 3 free throws. Double substitution. Hartman and Holzmeyer coming in. Looks like they got the 3-point specialists on the court for the Timberwolves. They're going to need some triples down the stretch here. Hartman also can give you some rebounds. 2 for 2, Brooks. Cold as ice from the free throw line down the stretch here. All 5 of his points coming from the charity stripe. Davis on the ball now, and he's going to be fouled by Wallace. They're going to get him on the block. It's going to be the first personal on Wallace. So inbound coming, 53.7 seconds remaining. It's a 6-point game, so still 2 possessions. Chiles at one point is going to have to start hitting some triples, James, because they keep trading baskets. Levins on to Hartman, triple from the corner. Oh, just like we talked about, James. 3-point game, my man. Right in front of the Chiles bench, and a big one coming from Hartman over in the corner. And so Sam Hartman now with 5 in the game. His second basket, had to have it right in front of Coach Davis and right in front of the Maclay athletic coaches over there in the corner. Of course, you got the soccer coaches over on staff. Of course, you got local soccer legend Andy Werner, the men's varsity head coach. I believe, of course, he's rocking the flow out there. I believe that's Coach Paul Dixon of the ladies team as well. So always cool to see the athletics supporting each other. And here at the Maclay School, you see a lot of these athletes overlapping. But the soccer guys on hand here from Maclay. As the Maclay chance to get going from the student section. 45 seconds to go, so it is no longer a run-out-the-clock scenario for Chiles, for Maclay, because they got to pick up some points here. Chiles is going to go full court pressure. Interesting to see if they go with the foul. And they do not. Brooks goes coast to coast. They foul him in the process of shooting. It wouldn't have mattered because it was going to be the 10th foul anyways.
What would have mattered is that ball went in the basket.
This is true. This is true, my man. So Brooks, who has hit his last 4 free throws, is going to head to the line for 2 more. 39.3 to go. 43-40. Not the man you would have wanted to foul if you're Chiles, but not necessarily an ideal scenario. Oh, does not get the roll, so we stay at a 1-possession game. Here come the shooters. They'll swap defense for offense. Hartman, who just buried the 3, and Holzmeyer, number 24. And watch this. If Chiles gets the rebound, Holzmeyer's got a little leak out going right now. Nobody in the backcourt, and here comes Parker Crawford. This one, another one, 0 for 2, and it's a 1-possession game. 36 seconds to go. Chiles trails by 3 with the ball. Levens guarded by Brooks. Holzmeyer and Hartman are your shooters, as well as Davis. Oh, Holzmeyer thought about it. Over to Levens. 20 seconds to go now. 17. Davis from the left side. Oh, it would have tied the ball game. And Parker Crawford's going to come away with the rebound, and they'll wrap him up. It's going to be a foul on Holzmeyer. And Parker Crawford with 11.3 seconds will come back down to this side of the court to shoot a pair. Chiles had the look they wanted. Davis, who had already buried 4 threes today, had a clean look, but it wasn't meant to be. So Parker Crawford with an opportunity to really make this tough for Chiles. Can make it a 2-possession game as he sets in. Delivery. Buries it. 2-possession game now. Big time stuff. And how about Parker Crawford?
His first point of the night.
First point of the night may have put it out of reach for Chiles. Second one as Parker loads up. Defense, a little free safety being played for Brooks, and Parker Crawford makes them both. 5-point game. Chiles has got to go. It's going to be Levens. Full court pressure. They got to pull. 7 seconds. Hang and bang. Oh, what a shot.
What a shot.
Oh, man. It's going to be a 2-point basket because it was inside the 3-point arc for sure. But Levens was looking for the foul call. But here we go. If they can get a quick foul, this could be interesting. 3.8 seconds to go. So they'll stay with the ruling on the court. It was a 2. So inbound underneath of the basket. The DJ once again gets the crowd rolling. Little I love rock and roll. Do you love rock and roll, James?
Yeah.
You into it?
Depends on who's playing. Depends on the artist.
That's true in almost every genre, James. I'll agree with you there. So inbound coming underneath from Maclay as the student section gets up and rolling. 3-point game. 3.8 seconds to go. Maclay has the basketball as they nurse the lead. Inbound coming from underneath the basket, or just to the far side of the basket. Robert Parker Crawford. It's got to be clean because Chiles can still steal the ball and throw up a 3 to force overtime. If Maclay fields it, Chiles has to foul or the clock will run out and the game will be over. Parker Crawford looking for somebody that's open. There's no escape valve, and he gets it back and a foul
At
there.
the horn.
And it'll be interesting to see if they call the foul or they call the game.
It's game because the horn came at the same time. And the officials are walking off the floor.
And the officials are done. They say game over. So no foul. And so how about the Maclay Marauders here at home with a little upset special. Maclay taking down Chiles 45-42. Of course, Maclay will improve to 13-5 on the season as they pick up a nice victory against a big 6A opponent here. Student section, and it's a court rush here at Maclay. They tried to keep him off. They didn't really want to rush the court, but it's turning into a party here, and this is a lot of pride. It's Maclay oftentimes is the little brother of Chiles over here on the north side, but they're letting them party. Thanks again for coming aboard. Andrew Jupe, James Ward, take care.